Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai for the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the gospel of His truth. This is just going to be another quick video, real quick, on previous videos I did about the food shortages and stuff. I'm just gonna give another follow-up one. That was just at the store lately. Just a little local store, nothing too big. But, just like the, Walmart stores, you can clearly see, man, the shelves are starting to get thin. Like, there's still stuff on it, but as, say, for example, a year ago or 2 years ago, you would go and you couldn't see the back of the shelf where the food was, but now you can. So what does that tell you? That's clearly an indicator that they're not as stocked as they used to be. And it didn't used to be this way, man. Okay, but, last time I went, it wasn't much different either. You could still see the back of the shelves, man. And then I went to another local town and went to a store there that I used to go to a lot. I haven't went for, a good while. So I stopped back in there, and you could see that stuff is really starting to run out, man. Even the milk. Okay, even the milk wasn't so good. Everybody was buying the damn, what do you call it? The half gallon. Yeah, everybody's buying the damn half gallon because ain't nobody be able to afford that damn $5 gallon. Right? So that was full, but nobody has money to afford it. And as I said before, matter of fact, I had a conversation just this morning with a commenter, which I think he was sincere with his reasoning. Maybe I'll even do a video on his comment, but he was saying the same thing that I was saying, that, he can tell things are bad because when he goes in the store, he sees people are stocking up on those ramen noodles, which are, basically 25 cent, 20 cent a pack for one pack of ramen noodle, which is basically just for those that know, a soup that you just put in water, cook it, and that's pretty much a full meal for you. If you're a man, probably take 2 of them to fill you, but nevertheless, that's like 50 cents for a meal. All right, which trust me, I have a lot of those because of financial struggle. But anyway, you see it. You see it. That's one of the first things that start running out at the stores, man. They have to put a limit saying that you can only take a box. You can only take a box per cart. So some people get creative and what they do is have 2 different people, 3 different people go in at different times to buy a pack, so therefore they get more. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta cheat the system, so to speak. Side joke. But anyway, the guy was on there, saying that, yeah, the cheap canned food, like the 50 cent to, $1, that stuff's gone. Okay, and I can testify that too, man. Okay, I went to the local town store, just a block or 2 down from me. Which I'm good with. I would say, I know the owner of it. That guy's cool. But I noticed that the 1 can of the Chef Boyardee, the reason why they're on the shelves there, because 1 can cost $2 for 1 can, compared to Dollar Tree or Walmart, where at Walmart it's like 88 cents. And why is that? Because now if there's starting to be shortages, they can start putting the prices of the food up. Matter of fact, let me even say this. A couple months ago, when I was in Easton, because of let me think of it. Damn, I can't think of the market, but it's just one of the local markets there. Not necessarily a gas station, but just a little meat market. We went there, and previously to the pandemic, a pound of meat was like $8, $10, $10 tops. But then we went back 2 months into the pandemic when, the farmers were having to kill the livestock because of, the the what's the word I'm looking for? Low demand, so to speak, because all the restaurants and stuff were closed. So they didn't need as much meat. So what they could do is because a lot of people were just buying the meat from the store instead of buying, food at restaurants. So the restaurants didn't need the meat because they were closed. So the stores, at first the prices were, okay. But then as the meat started to run out, it was, low supply and high demand. They soared, the price soared up to about $18 for 1 pound of ground beef. All right, so it shows you, man. Okay, and pork, which we don't eat pork, but had to mention it. That was skyrocketed too, just like the chicken. Okay, even lamb. All right, that stuff was damn, off the charts. Inside joke. Uh, but anyway, you know, you see people out here, man. Things are bad right now, man. Like a matter of fact, I was just watching a documentary before I clicked the record button about poverty in America, man. And of course, who is the one that's being showed, 90% of the time. Well, we'll say 80% of the time, because Esau's doing bad too right now. Okay, so of course, so-called black households are the one that's doing bad right now, primarily. But even white households are doing bad too, but primarily, overall, it's the so-called, black household. Which we're not going to get into why, but point of the matter is all people are doing bad right now, man. People who were doing good, relatively good, before this whole Corolla, now they're doing bad. Okay, now these people who had fancy houses, now they're losing those houses. Why? Because they can't work. They can't find work, meaning they can't pay for the bills. Or as Larkin Rose says, I'm strapped for cash. Inside joke. Anyway, and I just wanted to give a little fault on it. As it says here, don't panic, prepare now. Yeah, prepare now. Because very soon, man, things are going to get even worse out here, man. We're coming into the winter months. Soon you're going to have possibly 40 million people that are going to be out on the streets. Right, food is going to be flying off the shelves because as we come into the colder months, we all know there's going to be a second wave of this whole Corolla. So what's going to happen? Obviously, there's going to be a shortage. But wait a second. If there's a shortage right now and we're in a, somewhat calm state, the pandemic's still there, but it's not as bad as it will be when it does a surge again. So right now, it's a calm. As the saying goes, a calm before the storm, right? So it's calm right now before the storm comes. But think about this. If it's bad right now with the stuff that's on the shelf, imagine how bad it's going to be when the average person starts to stack up. Then it's going to be, triple, even that's an understatement, it's going to be triple the lack of food than it already is right now. And it's already bad now. So it's going to be 5 times worse. And even that's an understatement. I'd say it's going to be 100 times worse, but that's only speculation. But it comes down to this. Prepare now so you're not called out there, when the average person is going out. That's all I can say. Okay, so, anybody who's watching, you can, take this seriously or, take it as a joke. That's on you. But from my experience, this isn't no joking matter, man. You need to be prepared now, for you and your family. But yeah, things are getting bad out here, man. Okay, it's only gonna get worse as time goes on. So, let this be a window of opportunity to stack up on goods that you're gonna need, coming this winter. And things that are not gonna be around during the next shortage. Just be wise to stack up. Even the scriptures tell you a wise man foresees the evil and prepares himself. Right, so, pretty much that's all I wanted to say. Hey, don't panic, but prepare now, as the sign says here. And with that being said, I'm going to say shalom.